Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We'll start this game off. Involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
So Ohio State's offense will take the field for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here. So
he'll take a deep shot here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree. It'll... That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll just keep slinging it. Coming after it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost.
Oh, he wants it all. Got it. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Brown will throw it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
He'll come out throwing on first down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
It's complete! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going at that point. Nice job.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Brown wants to pass. He's got him this time. Tackled immediately after the catch. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing.
He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. The back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Zings it complete to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. They keep attacking through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Durham. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football?
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out, there he goes. Tackled after picking up the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. DB's right up on the receivers. Gets rid of it. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTSA.
Looking to move it through the air.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Got a man. It's Anderson. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it. They were able to make sure that one.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Gets it out fast. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Brown wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for a man on second down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Wants to throw on third down. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback
got a lot of running room. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Brown will throw it. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on second down. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. He'll take another shot here. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield, and Sheffield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Right down the middle. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Trying to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tate. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Field goal is good. And now they regain the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the...
He unleashes a long one. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Incomplete. At 4th down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quickly complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Line gets set, 1st down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Brown wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Brings it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brown will throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Getting set for the point after. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. Fights off a defender. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense.
He's going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Goes to the option. Quick toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the option. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Brown wants to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Tackled there by the defense.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside neighbor. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film review.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.